Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a rainy, it sounds rainy, but it doesn't look very rainy, Miami, Florida. I guess it looks like there is rain on the ground. Let me see. Twitch does look like it's connecting. Looks like we're all good to go. But welcome to a rainy Miami, Florida. Doesn't look like there's much rain falling. It does sound like it. But anyways, guys, we're here on the ground with for the first time ever, the C32, which is the 757, of course, the military Air Force's version of the 757, which carries around, generally speaking, the Vice President. We're not going to be Air Force 2 today, all right? I didn't want to do that, especially being on the network here in Miami. I didn't want to do all that. So we are not going to be Air Force 2. Today our call sign is going to be SAM301. So we're going to be leaving Miami and heading down to Quito today. We got the bus pulled up. All of our diplomats are going to be getting loaded on board here. And we're actually going to change something real fast. Last time I've been putting like 10 passengers on because it'll make the flight plan with like 200. And this plane, the interior is actually really cool. We'll do a little walkthrough once we get going. And flying, because there's no reason for us really to do that while we're on the ground. But yeah, the interior of this plane's actually really cool. Flight Factor did a good job. They made some cool changes, and it's really not just like your regular 7.5. What is happening in here? Why is he already calling me? Oh, it's too warm, he says. They should have... Let me see if I turn those back on, because I should have the air hooked up. Oh, or I thought I did. We'll get the, let's see, the ACU. There we go. There it is. We'll get everybody all taken care of back there. But welcome to the cockpit of the C32 here. Like I said, SAM301 is going to be our call sign out of Miami. How about this park job, by the way? All right, I did this myself. I brought the plane in from Andrews. And, you know, obviously none of these guys are going anywhere anytime soon. Maybe these guys can squeak out. But this was a combination of pulling in, doing the differential braking, and a little bit of reverse thrust to back into this spot. So I think that was pretty impressive. But with all that being said and done, we're going to get everything loaded up. We got 10 passengers. On the way down, we are going to need 26,000 pounds of fuel, 26.7, so we'll just round that up to 27,000 pounds of fuel. Zero fuel weight's going to need to be 134.8. 134.9 sounds pretty good to me. Let's make sure that CG is optimized, and let's load it up. I think it's actually unloading the plane. From the last flight. I probably should have done that earlier, but that's alright. We'll figure that out here in a little bit. For right now, though, we're going to go back to ident. Pausing it is all good, ready to go. We're going to go from Miami to SKBO. Activate that route departure. Let's take a look at what's going on here in Miami. Winds are variable at 4. Real world says they're departing to the west. What does VATSIP say? Looks like there's an arrival coming into the east. Yeah, I don't know. Looks like 26 right will probably be our departure runway, I guess. I mean, unless, I don't know. It looks like this guy's coming in 8 left. Or 2.6 or something. I don't know what he's doing, but it wants us going all the way off of 2.7 down there. We're definitely not going to do that. We'll go off 2.6 right. That's fine. We'll just do that. So 2.6 right. Can I do the Guava 2 off that runway, or is it just off 2.7? Looks like I can do it. I can do it off any runway. So we'll do the Guava 2 off that runway with the USERS transition. USERS transition, sure. Execute that back to the index. Arrival in SKBO. 14 right looks good for us. The approach is going to be, we can do the RNAV. We can do the RNAV. Let's do the RNP to 14 left. The RNAV... What did I say? 14 left? That's fine. They wanted us on 14 right, but whatever. ISVA 5 Echo, and we'll go from there. Let me see, what does 14 right look like? What are the runway lengths? Actually, military apron is on the right side, so let's actually do 14 right. Oh, geez. Oh, gosh, okay. RNAV 14 right. This guy, no transitions. Okay, great. There we go. Everything looks good there. And we are all set up, I believe, right here. This should... Oh, wait, I gotta load the plane now. Load it up. So now, yep, there goes the fuel and everything. Did we just get a... Oh, we did. Let's see. Who's online? That just literally just changed. Oh, Miami Center. Or was that approach? Miami approach. Trucker dude, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How's it going, sir? They are going to be on... 2685. 2685. And that should be coming out with an ATIS then as well, which will be nice. VATSIM says they're departing to the west, so we'll request runway 26 right for departure if he asks. Reserve fuel today is going to be 2.4. I'm doing pretty good, sir. How's the Phoenix treating you? We're going to be cruising at 41,000 feet today. Pretty light load for the beastly 757. 295 at 16 are the winds. And the takeoff numbers, we'll give them one of these, a CG, and we'll step through those here in just a second. That is all set. Sorry, do that. 3.8 on the trim, which that looks pretty darn close. We're gonna have to get the hydraulics running in order to do all that. Let me just make sure that the perf is good to go. Okay, it is. Legs are ready. Okay. The weather here, wind is whatever, 3003 on the meter is all I wanted. .3003. Let's go upstairs and get the APU kicking. Start it up. We'll get the hydraulics kicking here in a second. We'll get the electric pumps on for now, so that way I can move the trim right before that there. He wants us at 370, so we'll switch that for now, I guess. I might have filed that incorrectly. We'll definitely get to a point where we don't have any ATC though, and we'll be able to switch that. So we'll do 370 for now. 0563 on the squawk, so 0563. And we'll go to TA. Trucker dude said, well, been running Boeing mostly, trying to get the senior captain to fly. Oh, senior captain, really? Are you, you're a captain already? Been fringing what I know. Yeah, just keep it going. Keep it going. You'll get the hang of it. Skystream, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well, brother. So I have a question. Do you know why my audio is cracking and popping and staticking? No. Oh, senior first officer. Okay, I gotcha. Senior FO is a good rank to get to. I just got that, and that's a good one because that's whenever you unlock the heavies. At least the 350 and the 330, which I wanted pretty bad, so it's like... No, I don't know what the deal with that is, the Skystream. Maybe it's just your audio jack. I mean, I would always try moving them around and stuff. I mean, I would assume if you're looking at CPU temps for that, I'm assuming you probably tried that. But yeah, I actually have no idea. All right. Sounds like the APU's up and running. We're gonna get the bleeds on. Packs to auto. I think I've found that it likes whenever you like manually deselect the GPU. Get our fuel pumps on, seatbelts sign on. Everybody have a seat. We are about ready to rock and roll ground. We're gonna go ahead and remove all of these. Airplane, we're gonna close all the doors. And hopefully Mr. JD Vance is sitting down in the back right now. The Guava 2 departure says we're gonna climb maintain 5,000. LNAV VNAV for now, off of 26 right. It's going to be a 272 heading. To intercept the 258 to Kesno, 231 to Kuzi. So it actually might be... Let's get this going here. I like doing this. So yeah, no, it'll be LNAV. And then all the way down... Isvat. Just close that up. And for runway 14 right is where we're heading. So, all right, guys. I think that is pretty much it. I think we're ready to rock and roll. We can get rid of those for now. And the beautiful thing about being over here, we don't have to call for push. We don't have to get a push. It's just turn and burn. So we are going to do exactly that. We'll call for taxi and everything with the weather. Did he just get off? Oh no. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry. It's information Romeo. And I think we are ready to rock and roll here. Did we get the beacon on yet? We did not. There's the beacon. Let's kill the packs for now and turn one. Like I said, once we get cruising, we'll take a look at some of the very cool custom cabin stuff in the back. I think it's a pretty cool thing for sure. Did the plane get all loaded up? Yeah, 27,000. Okay. Starting up number one. Mr. Limp, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. The flight you're doing is not what you have labeled. What do you mean? Miami to SKBO. Kid Golf, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I know you love this one. Oh, wait. Which one's SKBO? I'm not gonna lie. I might have sold this. Which one's SKBO? Shoot. We're taking JD Vance to the wrong spot. Nguyen, what's up? Welcome to the stream. To El Dorado. Wait. Let me see. Which one is this? Oh, this is Bogota? Shoot. Is that why this is such a long flight? How far is it to SKBO? Or to, oh, it's like the same. It's actually probably a little shorter to go there. Under severe thunderstorm watch? You going to Bogota? Well, are you planning on flying along or no? If so, I mean, I could change it, but if nobody else is flying along anyway, then I'm just gonna go to Bogota. Doesn't look like anybody else is on VATSIM, so we're gonna press on. Okay, well, we're gonna press on then. This is what I filed and everything, so we'll start number 2 as well. shoot, well, I was debating I was going back and forth on which one I was going to fly to. So that about explains it. Shoot. Dang, this is a wide turn. Limp, my biggest critic. C32 is looking good, man. I did the flight on the way down here too, and it worked pretty good for me. All right, we'll work on all that stuff as we get flying, but for now we got 2 good engine starts. So we're gonna do all that there, get that taken care of, get the APU off, get the taxi light on, flaps coming to 15. And we are going to begin our taxi and give him a call requesting 26 right. You want to see the takeoff? All right, sounds good. We're rolling. Which is 2685. Miami Center's also up, so that'll be kind of fun. They're up on 32. They're up on 32.2. Right? 32.2 Miami Center, Miami departures first. Let's do this because he just calls me and keeps asking about this whenever I don't do the safety demonstration. Looking good as always, Brennan, yes. Or Kid Go. Oh shoot, I always forget I have to do this. So what is this? Coming out of, we're in signature. Miami departure, good evening, Sam 301 at signature with Romeo, taxi 26 right.
Sam 301, Miami departure, good afternoon, Romeo 26 right, taxi to Kilo.
Kilo to 26 right, Sam 301. Alright, Kilo to 26 right, here we go.
JetBlue 514, contact Miami Center 132.2, have a good flight. 132.2.
So this was a real-world mission. At least the other one that I was supposed to do was. I think it was the not the flight to Bogota, the flight to Quito. They actually did in real life. But today we're going off the script a little bit. Good call on Sam. Yeah, if we were going out of Andrews, I was thinking maybe do Air Force 2 because it's not busy over there. But in Miami, it's busy. I feel like the Sam call sign is probably for the best. And of course,
Wahoo! Hello everybody! Welcome aboard Slammer Air. It's me, Mario.
Imagine
your
the
leader
safety
flight
briefing for the
attendant.
Vice President.
Before we take off into the Mushroom Kingdom skies, please listen up, because our pilot hasn't used his wings in a long time. To fasten your seatbelts, insert the flat metal bolt into the buckle.
I love the
Pull
little rain
strap to
puddles
make
in
it
X-Plane
tighter.
too. I think those are
Just
great.
like a swamp's grip. If we hit a floating brick
Miami
or a
departure, Delta
latitude,
2344.
you're gonna want to be strapped in tight. To release, just lift the flap and pray you don't fall into a lava pit. In the event of a sudden loss in cabin pressure. Mamma mia!
I gotta slow down a little bit.
Oxygen masks will drop from the ceiling. They don't give you invincibility like a superstar, but they do help you breathe. Put your own mask on first, before helping any Toads or Yoshis sitting next to you. Now, look up behind
Miami
you.
departure, Delta 2344.
We have 2 emergency exits over the wing and 1
Delta
in the back
2344,
in
Miami
the event of a water landing, which is
Miami
just
departure,
a
Delta
slammer landing
2344,
with
we're in
more
spot
splashing.
21, information
Follow
Romeo,
the glowing
taxi.
floor lights. They are a bright
Delta
green,
2344,
just like
runway
a one-up
27, taxi to
mushroom.
Quebec, about ready for
If you
departure.
reach the exit and it's blocked
Taxi
by a
27
giant
Quebec,
turtle
we'll tell you when
shell,
we're ready, Delta
just
23.
stick it out of the
I think
way
JD Vance
and
would enjoy
jump.
this. You think Kamala would have
Don't
enjoyed it?
worry about a parachute. Just try to land on something soft, like a Goomba. We know you want to stay connected while we fly. Slammer is proud to offer our Warpipe wireless internet. It's a very high speed, unless someone
I think this is our
else
first
the
time
plane
on
is
stream. No, I
watching a
lied.
video.
It's a second time.
Then
Definitely
it works
not.
like a dial-up connection from 1992. Mamma mia!
Should have been like,
For
this
your
is not
entertainment, we have
a
no
good
screens in
representation
the
of the
headrest
Italian
because they kept
people.
falling out during our
Anyway.
landings. Instead,
Is
we
Mario the
took
flight
in the
attendant?
seatback
Universe.
pocket For a used coloring
Yes.
book
Universe,
and
are
a
you over on
silver
Twitch?
crayon.
Oh, you're on Twitch. Okay.
If you get
I'm
a
glad.
board,
Is Twitch working for
can
you?
always look out the window.
I guess
and
Mario is the
count
flight attendant
how
back
many
there.
bolts
She probably thought it was
are
real.
shaking loose from the engine.
JB would have
It's
thought
a
it was
fun
real.
for the whole family.
He definitely would have thought it was real.
Now, listen close. Our airline is called Slammer Air for a reason. We don't land. We ground pound.
Should be a beautiful
When we
time
reach
for
the
this flight as
destination,
well.
the
Should be
pilot
landing
is
right around
going to drop this plane
dusk.
like a 100-pound
Where
weight.
X-Plane really
You
shines.
hear a loud crunch. Don't worry. That just means we found the runway. We don't use wheels. We just bounce off the tarmac until we stop. It's very efficient. Please ensure your tray tables are stowed and your seats are in the upright position. If you have any fire flowers or bob-ombs in your carry-on, please keep them
301
turned
wind
off
variable
during
4
the
RNAV
duration.
Casino, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff.
Alright, 26 right cliff takeoff, RNAV Casino, Sam 31. Alright, boys, here we go. We'll
We'll
finish them up real quick. We'll drag this out a couple extra
Slammer
seconds.
Air. We know you have a choice
Hit the logo
in
light on.
airlines, and we're sorry you picked this one. Wahoo!
JD Vance doesn't really have much
Let's
of a
go!
choice. Alright. That is done. We are ready to rock and roll on the Guava 2 RNAV 2 Casino. Boys, let's get some togas in the chat. I was going to say this is our first time doing a military, like an operational military flight on stream. Limp, of course, remembers the C-17 flight that we tried to do. So this is actually the second time we've done a flight like this, but here we go. We'll get these pulled up. We are cleared for takeoff. Let's do it.
Miami departure, Delta 2344, ready to go 27. Delta 2344, runway 27, line of weight. Line of weight 27, Delta 2344.
Oh boy, here we go. V1 rotate. Jeez, that water is really doing a number on my sim. Pause and brake, you're up. There's LNAV.
Miami departure Delta 124, ready for pushback information room.
Who's going for push?
Flaps 5.
Delta 120.
Oh,
Delta 124, heavy, Scorpion Charlie.
flaps 1. Oh, speaking of that, TRA would be nice. Ugh. I didn't even notice that time. Flaps up, F takeoff. I love the flap
301,
sounds.
radar contact, say altitude.
Sam 301, we're coming out of 2.1 to 5,000.
Sam 301, climb and maintain 16,000.
Climb maintain 16,000, Sam 301. 16.
2344, wind variable 4, RNAV 2, casino, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Oh my gosh. Looking good if you can see past the
FedEx 331, heavy reduced speed to
Indeed,
210 knots,
PFD.
then descend and maintain 3000. Descend and maintain 3000, speed to 210.
There we go.
FedEx 313.
yeah. Sam does
reduce
sound good.
210 first.
No problem, man. Thanks for the help. Appreciate your assistance. We'll be here for like 4 hours, so if you want to come back later, feel free. really wish you could just let this not be a thing. It's never once been like beneficial.
Last checker calling on the static.
Oop. Oh, jeez.
FedEx 331 Heavy actually meant the altitude descend to maintain 4.
Flight scheduled tonight for my jet card, Jojo. Oh, oh, jeez. Are you coming all the way from?
Passing 1,500, Delta 2344.
Hang on, it's right.
Delta 2344, climb and maintain 6,000. 6,000, Delta.
You're coming all the way from. Oh, I thought it was Africa. I thought you were doing your Africa stuff.
Departure number 309 Echo Romeo on the ground in Miami.
Dude, this is ridiculous. 6-hour flight, nice. When are you doing it? Automatic disconnect has been canceled, finally.
Was there someone calling the ground in Miami executive for IFR?
This is number 309 Echo Romeo on the ground
Coming up on 10,000.
Stand by. Sam 301, contact Miami Center 132.2, have a good flight.
32-2, good night, Sam 301. Miami Center, good evening, Sam 301, route of 10-7 for 16.
Sam 301, Miami Center, climb tape level 370.
Miami tape flight level 370, Sam 301. Alright, 37 is set. Like I said, I think this was the flight plan that had probably like 200 people on it. That's probably why it's at 37. We were probably a lot heavier than with 10 people. So I will we'll probably step ourselves up to 40 something at some point. 41. Woohoo! Hang on. 737 business jet. Nice. You do the max or just the regular?
Just want to confirm for plot purposes. Is Miami landing east or west? And 1480 Miami is landing west, so that should help. But there is moderate to heavy precipitation on and south
Oh, do you?
of the final approach course. Fort Lauderdale is currently...
Maybe the boys are going to end up going down to West Palm Beach.
Wind 280,
Regular, nice.
30012.
Stretching the 737's legs, that's for sure.
Scattered 4,000. Scattered 10.
Alright, we're going to go autopilot on here. Get rid of that stuff so we can actually look outside a little bit. Pick the speed up as well.
If it's not too much, we like to change
We got a long way to go tonight.
And 1480, clear the Fort Lauderdale Airport Major.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it still sounds like it's raining.
Alright, we're good to Fort Lauderdale by direct
What about lights?
street arrival. We're advised on course, United 1480.
Get seatbelts off in the back for the boys.
Copy 117 departure, 19 right,
Like I said, yeah, Miami Center has us till we almost to Cuba.
Oxy 172, I don't know what chart you're looking at, but you're not complying with the departure procedure, so please take a look at the chart again and let me know if you have any questions. You're supposed to fly the published heading on departure. It looked like you went due west. Radar contact, turn right 270.
Oh yeah, true. I guess you don't have that many people, yeah. I don't know how big this thing's range is with only 10 people, but this is what I'm talking about. Like, even the iPad, like, look at how the seats are laid out. Like, they changed it. I don't know. I feel like that's something that, like, you wouldn't see with, like, developers today, is them actually caring enough to, like, change the layout of the iPad itself. So standards. So climbing like a bat out of hell at 310 knots. Someone's gone rogue, yeah. Typical squeaker.
Cross Olas at 6,000 Fort Lauderdale, 28002. Alright, 3002 cross Olas, out of maintain 6,000, United 1480. 14 AM and intact. Russell is at 5,000 and 250 knots.
Alright, 5,250 knots, United 1480. Miami Control, good afternoon. Lufthansa 314, climb
That's true.
flight level 240.
Can they aerial refuel?
Now flight level 112.
Lufthansa 342, I said contact level 370, currently climbing through an area of heavy precipitation at 20 miles.
Miami Center, Delta 2334 with you 6,000.
Delta 6605, frequency change approved.
Change group Delta 64.
52172 for general. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad we have some ATC for the first little bit here.
Thank you, what's your thoughts? Delta 2324, my center on.
These window shades also make me angry.
Continue climb flight level 370, Lufthansa 314.
Hotel Lima X92, Papa Whiskey, Monty Center, ground frequency response.
United States of America, baby.
That's so funny.
I don't know why it's like straight on. I like whenever it's in the open park. What's happening? Okay, just a turn. United States of America. Who knows the Bob Ross? What is that epic rap battle? Who knows epic rap battle of history? It was Bob Ross versus oh, who was it?
Oxy 172, you're passing through an area of light to moderate precipitation effects.
Versus Pablo Picasso, bro. Who knows that one? Oh my gosh, that was a legendary rap battle.
Proves that we have to deliver Oxy 172. Again, apologies for earlier. Slightly bugged out aircraft. No worries.
Take a little look. I will wait till we get to cruise, I guess. I mean, like I said, it's such a long flight.
1480, contact Miami Bridge 12618.
This is going to be...
12618, we really appreciate that, United 1480.
I'm trying to find on the release where the flight time is. For some reason, I've seen that. Yeah, I wasn't, you of all people, I wasn't expecting to have seen that.
Delta 2324, contact bubble 340, you're passing through an area of moderate precipitation for the next 20 miles.
I maintain flight level 340
There's
and
gotta be some kind of
on my scopes, but we'll keep an eye out, Delta 2344.
ETE.
Digital aircraft hazardous weather information convective Sigma 03 Eastern, 05 Eastern, 06 Eastern, 09 Eastern for thunderstorms within Florida and coastal waters available on flight service for those days.
So far, so good. Sorry, Shadow. I just saw you, or Universe. I just saw that you said that on Twitch. That's good to know. I couldn't change the title of the stream. Oh wait, now I can. So it was still the Tolus 321. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but I'm changing it right now, actually. But that's why I wasn't even gonna bother trying to start the stream. But I don't know, we'll see. It says it updated. It doesn't look like it did, but I feel like if this is, if the in-route stuff is going to be anywhere, it's going to be all the way to the top. I guess the only thing that really is, there's just the arrival, or there's the departure time. It's 2050 to 02, 020. It's like 4 hours. Oh, here we go. So times, the block times 338. I wish I could do this on like Delta Virtual or something, but unfortunately I'm not getting any, oh, there's a step climb. Let's see, what is it? 410 is the optimum, so it does want us to step up to it. So like I said, once we get out of their airspace, we will. Ooh. Wow, we're climbing on the barber pole and we're still doing 2,000 feet a minute. That's impressive. I didn't realize. I like that it does the Mach transition for you automatically though, which is kind of nice. It's a pretty nice picture right there, I feel like. Nothing but ocean until Cuba. Won't be a whole heck of a lot to look at. Cross over Cuba, hit a tiny bit of Jamaica. There was an American 757 back in the day that crashed going somewhere down here. Was it into Quito or Bogota or something like that? I forget. I guess I'll fix the stream. My bad, gang. So where are we going? We're going to SKBO. Green Dot made a video on it? Probably. There we go. Thumbnail and title changed. And have the description. Whatever. I forgot to perform maintenance on the plane, but it's kind of cool. This happened on a 767 flight that I was doing from Dublin back to Indy for FedEx Virtual, and the oil and stuff does decrease as you fly it, and I got an oil quantity low ICAS that came up at one point. So, dude, it is something that we have to keep an eye on. But yeah, I remember that American 7.5 was something that it was a video we watched while we were in flight safety, actually. They show you all kind of disaster videos there. These window shades are the most annoying thing. So far, they've been pretty good. They've been open. But like these ones on the left, for whatever reason, were like always closed on the flight down here. So I clipped it a little bit outside of the plane. I don't know when we're going to be back in Microsoft again. I'd like to do another flight for Southwest Virtual at some point. So maybe we'll probably do that. We'll do one flight in the Zebo or something, but I don't know. We've been having so much fun in X-Plane with the 7.5. I haven't done a 7.6 stream though. We should probably do a flight in the 7.6. Which would be fun. It's like my health teacher in high school. He pulled all the smokers in a room, made us watch video on smoker's lung. It's exactly the same thing. Yeah, I think I got those. Sounds like that's our cruising altitude. Are we still? He's been really quiet. Are we? Did I do something wrong here? We're right at the edge of his airspace. Radio check. He's still there.
Miami Center, hello, Copa 226, on flight level 390 with you.
Copa 226 on center, squawk 5335.
Squawk 5335 for Copa 226.
Sam 301, change advisory frequency approved, good day.
Over to advisor, Sam 301, good night.
Copa 226.
Alright, that's advisory, and we'll wait to step up to 410, I guess. It's in a few miles. But yeah, welcome to the friendly skies. Well, we gotta change that because the landing elevation is definitely not sea level. 8,000 feet, actually. Quite the opposite. $83.58 to be exact, so we'll do $83.60. Pretty crazy. All right, let's do a little tour, like the video of the Dodgers coach who got to fly the 757. Just pop open the door. JD wants to come up. I always like the videos of like Eric Trump in the Trump 75, like how they just do whatever they want, freaking record those landings. I think that's pretty sick. But yeah, anyway, pretty custom galley here, and then we got the first block of seats right here. So 6 seats right here, some overhead bins, a little phone that was probably really high tech at one point. What's right through here? Is this the one room? No, okay, never mind. Nothing there. There's one room that's really cool, and it's where I have one of my wing views set up, so we'll spend some time back there here soon. Nice and slow through here, not in any rush. I have no idea what the inside of Air Force 2 looks like, obviously, so I have no idea if this is correct or not, but I will say, I was looking up, I was like trying to find out where they park and stuff so I can try to be, you know, accurate and stuff. And I Googled, I was like, you know, where does Air Force 2 park when they get to Miami? And I was like, dude, that's going to get me put on the list or something. They're going to be like, what's this guy Googling this for? So I was like, all right, you know what, I'm just going to park wherever. Okay, this is the cool room. So, yeah, I don't know, it's got a couch, a table with like all kind of custom stuff built in, 2 big leather chairs, and the presidential seal, at least the vice presidential seal, I guess. And oh, there you go, then C32, some charging stuff, and then this is like, I don't know, some sort of like logbook of stuff, or a notebook or something, a lie detector test or something right here. No, it's a phone and some headphones, I guess. So if you're on a list when you get to the Air Force, they're gonna question you. Yeah, they're gonna be like, we know about flight sim, Captain. You'll be like, no, no one can know about that. I came back here just to set views. I actually not too familiar with what this looks like, but pretty cool. All the tray tables and stuff, backward seats like a subway. This is the bathroom model. Vice President. seating arrangement here. What are these? Like little napkin things or something? I don't know what that's supposed to be. There are a lot of seats on this plane when you think about it. I mean, I don't know who they're hauling back and forth on this thing, but it's pretty cool. Custom pictures of the monument and whatever that is. Just a nice waterfall. Let's see if this lab is. No, just the outside. That's the plank. That's where they put the criminals. Like, yeah, go ahead, just use the bathroom. And we're almost to the back of the plane. Now it starts to look more like a traditional seating configuration. And a bunch of galley space back here. Pretty cool. I don't know. I think it's cool. I think even though, you know, it's not the best in terms of like modeling and everything's a little, you know, low res or whatever, but like generally speaking, I don't know, it's all these little things like the seal right here and like the little room. Like, I don't know, I think it's really cool. Speaking of little room, we'll go to the little room. Let's see what JD's reading about in here. We're trying to get his 401k straight. Why it's time to retire the 401k. And houses. What if it like had your flight plan on here? That'd be pretty cool. Maybe look like this. If you ever get lost while you're flying, just come back here. Where are we? I don't know. Like I said, in my opinion, I think it's pretty sweet. This is the coolest part right here. This is a sweet view with the #1 engine out there and everything. I think it's pretty cool. Pretty cool, man. Hopefully we get some kind of ATC along the way. It's been a while since we've talked to some foreign controllers, but we'll make it work. I do want to fly the 220 again at some point in time. Let's get back on that. Looks like there are some controllers a little east of us right now, over the islands out there. Limp, how's your Delta virtual stuff going? Okay, it says, where is Trump? Not on this plane. But welcome. Do nothing but fly my jet card airline since I'm a captain. Nice. He's at Mar-a-Lago playing golf. We gotta try to get a tea time there one of these days. Why's trainer? Already coming up on Cuba though. That's kind of. Nah, this is the cool plane. Sweet. Let's see, what does this want us to do? Yeah, we want to 0.95. We're gonna go Mach 1 if we can. Yeah, wait, if I take this back and I do 82, we wanna cook. There we go. Befriend Don Jr. Sweet Home, Alabama. What does that have to do with anything? And Ente said, why am I in the left seat? Yeah, Limp, you gotta be in the right seat, you're right. Limp, we should have done a group flight on this, or a shared cockpit. That would have been something, huh? Wait. Yeah, it looks like we, let's make our climb up to 410. Which, so if I just do this, will it climb? I feel like it won't. Climb, just gave itself some juice. Okay, yeah, we're going. Generally, I like to think so, Ente, but I don't know, whenever, if you go back and watch the departure, it was like, it does that, whenever I'm on, whatever it's called, X-Pilot, it likes to say that I don't have enough frames and it tries to kick me off the network, so I have to keep reconnecting. So, I never have an issue with my performance, but apparently X-Pilot does. Yeah. Yes, okay, I was gonna ask you guys if you all saw that. I don't know why that's there. I've not on my X-Plane. That's something from, that's an OBS thing. Yeah, that is an OBS thing. Doing 1,000 feet a minute at 0.82 or 81, I guess. Coming out of 39,000 feet is pretty crazy. Well, it just came back to 500, but I think generally, I think it's been up there. good views out here of Cuba. At 2.5 hours, it says on our flight, so it should be done about 8 o'clock Eastern. Shouldn't really be anybody else arriving around our time. Transition level is 19,000 and no CTAF frequency unless it's charted. Oh wait, is there a different CTAF for South America? Yeah, it is a long flight though, Ente. Definitely a little longer than I always tough to squeeze these long flights in, but made it work. So is that something that I got rid of? Have I been stupid this whole time? 22.8, maybe. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You tagged me on Discord. Oh no, it's Arrow. Circle to land at the localizer and greasy touchdown. Nice. Let's see. Just take the direct line. Jonathan, what's up, man? Welcome to stream. Love the flying pencil, man. Heck yeah. Yeah, we could probably save some time doing that. Oh, sounds like we're at our cruising altitude, alright. We've made it to 41. So that's cool. It's good to know that you literally just have to have it at VNav, change it here, change it there, and it'll climb up for you. So that's pretty neat. We don't want to look on that side of the plane. This side's nicer. I think I accidentally... Oh wait, let me see. Maybe it's in the recycle bin. Oh, yep, there it is. Why does it have nothing in it, though? $20.25. Holy crap. No. There's nothing in it. Wait, so let me... Eclipse 2. Oh boy, guys, looks like we're getting into some weather. I don't think this, let's see, does this weather radar work? Alright, JD and friends, have a seat. These are the Pratt & Whitney ones. Yeah, I don't think the... What's it called? I don't think the C32 has the... Well, I mean, I looked, it doesn't have the 211s. Oh wait, I do have it. Wait, where is this? Is this on my E drive? I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to find the file where I always put my stuff. It's on my E drive, which is my big drive. I guess I just never... Oh boy. Okay. Alright, sorry, just kidding. We don't have to do that. Alright, whatever. Okay, never mind. So I have all my stuff in here. Next 777 flight? Good question, man. I don't know. We can do one before I leave if you guys want. Oh boy, this does not look good. Alright, that doesn't look like the weather radar is working all that well. Let's check out the VATSIM weather radar. Okay, we're actually coming through on the other side of this. Looks like some right deviations could do us some good. Let's maybe do something like this while we try to figure out, maybe just like 190. That's what I'm saying. I want the 200, like I really do, but it just, I can't justify that money. Oh, here we go, weather. When's the next PMDG sale is the question. PMDG 777, let's see. I want the 737-700 too, but it's still $75, which is just insanity. Yeah, the 200ER is still $77 also. It's like crazy. Christmas, that's the next sale that I get. Yeah, this isn't really picking up anything anyway. Oh. Maybe... I love that you can hear the rain whenever you go outside. I think that's silly. Well, I mean, well, you think it's bad, Ente? You don't approve? The tail strike protection is too strong, which makes the rotate. Oh, is that what it is? I remember you've been complaining about that for a long time. Yeah, could you hear it? Alright, looks like we're through the worst of that. Let's get back direct to Quito. These guys tell me it's not an Airbus. Yeah, I don't know, man. Super pretty though. I mean, we got X-Plane looking pretty good right now, boys. I will say that. The Flight Factor? Is that you? You like that, huh? How's work been, by the way? I know you've been working at the airport and stuff, right? Out there in Switzerland. Jonathan, that's sick, man. The Mad Dog, that's pretty cool. Can't complain. Same thing though. Well, for $119 you get both of them, which is definitely a better deal than the PMDG. I always wanted that for X-Plane too. Dude, I remember, NT, I know we've talked about this, but I remember with X-Plane 11, I remember I flew the 777 freighter non-stop. I flew FedEx, and I was like, all right, you know, when the 777 V2 comes out in a couple months, I was like, I'm just gonna fly this until that comes out, and that was an X-Plane 11, bro. That was years ago. If I would have just been flying that, we would have been flying that thing for years, bro. Yeah, you're definitely saving money, relatively speaking, but again, I mean, 120 bucks. It's gonna be a minute before I can justify that one. Yeah, I've got stuff in this folder from 2025. Good. Well, hang on. Miss those birds, especially the MD-90 with the V2500 engines. The thing was a rocket ship, climbing like a homesick angel. Did you fly, Jonathan? Did you fly? At least the Flight Factor feels more realistic to how it flies. There's some missing options like the off-path descent thing. It's pretty crazy. How do you know all this about the 777? Here for that EFB. Oh yeah. Are they putting one into the for like that's what I'm saying. For that much money, you don't even get an EFB. That's crazy. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Can you guys hear that? The video that I have up in the background. It's ages old. Oh, even the 7.5 has it? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, dude. Katie's Universal EFB. What is that? Is that like a new add-on? Nice. A 150, yeah. Katie's EFB. Is that for Microsoft or for X-Plane? Oof. I'm watching a video of me starting up the Max right now. I'm just going through and I have a bunch of videos saved up that I'm gonna edit while I'm gone, so I have stuff to post for the next couple months. But the one video is of a video of us starting up the Max, and that sound made me want to fly the Max again. There's only one place that the Max is. Just for Microsoft, okay. There's only one place we get to fly the Max, and that's Microsoft. Well, I was gonna say 2024, but it's also 2020. Oh, nice. That's awesome, Jonathan. Oh, here we go. The yoke from the 7.5 looks so small. Well, I think it's probably just the angle. I think it's pretty huge. Like, I think your hand would only fit like right there and like right there, like underneath. Like, I think it's pretty big. Ente, were you around for the cabin tour earlier? I really like the cabin on this thing. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's just the view for sure. How does the plane handle with speed brakes out? I mean, fine, generally speaking, I guess. I don't know. I guess what do I think about that? Usually, I mean, if we ever need speed brakes, usually the autopilot's on because you're just like descending or whatever. But a little sluggish, I guess. Right, speed brakes, they're totally overpowered on the PFDG. The triple, apparently, I mean, they're really strong on the triple in general, apparently. I have to be really careful to not shut my simulator down, because I'm opening videos and closing them, and the X is right by my X-Plane 12X, and that would not be the first time we've done that on this channel. Oh, really? Alright, sorry. That's going in there. I've done a long haul once and I always minimize my window and I close Google. I also close the Urbanator. Oh, that's brutal. Dude, okay. A lot of y'all probably aren't in FedEx Virtual, but they are my least favorite with the like UI, the launcher, whatever you want to call it. Because you have to be like fully loaded into the sim at the gate. Excuse me, park and brake on at the gate, park and brake on, engines off in order to start the flight. Like, I feel like with Delta, I think you just have to have the sim, like, open or something like that. But, dude, it's so annoying. I did the Dublin flight, Dublin to Indy 2 times because I forgot to start it. And I realized in the morning, once I got there and I went to close my flight, that I never started. And I was like, brother, it's like, you've got to be kidding me. So that's brutal whenever you realize you have to do it again. It was a 7.6. I've been doing the 7.6 in X-Plane on the overnighters and stuff. We got to find a time to fly the 7.6 on the stream, I think. But I want to do Southwest Virtual next. Like I said, I want to see. Maybe I need to open it. Let me open it up on here, actually. No. All right. Yes. Fine. Jeez. Open up Southwest Virtual on here. Close it out on here. 7.6 is great. Yeah, like it's so easy to do that with Delta. Is that? Wait, where's? Let's see. That's it. It looks like an aircraft carrier down there. Heck yeah, brother. This is another thing that's so cool about X-Plane, bro. Like, just jump in an aircraft carrier with the Hornets down there. What? Wait, what if we landed on this? Whoa, the deck is moving? That's sick. Dude, that's so cool. What was that one? That was 5. Let's see, there's that. Anything else cool? Nothing else cool. I don't know where our plane is in regard to this view. It must be up here somewhere. Bet you guys didn't expect this to be aircraft carrier simulator stream. You should fly out of Heathrow and do a flyby the Battersea Power Station near the River Thames. Power station featured on the cover by Pink Floyd's Animal. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I did not realize that. This ship is, we're cooking. Look at the water. We're moving pretty quick on this thing right now. Aircraft carrier. The aircraft carrier is always nearby when JD's going flying by. I hope somebody like just tunes into the stream right now and is like, brother, what is happening? Alright, wait, we can get the seatbelt sign off for the Vances. Looks like we are in San Jose for our Southwest Virtual, so we'll have to find a way out of San Jose. Looks like there is a good San Jose airport for X-Plane 12, so maybe we'll download that. Oh, dude. PMDG's never not going to make a plane with variants for that exact reason. Because they are going to make so much money on the 747. But yeah, you're 100% right. I am really excited for that. I've wanted a good 747-400 for a long time, bro. Like, it's always just default that it's the 8, you know, the Dash 8 and everything like that. I cannot wait for it to be the 4, or to get a good variant of the 4, man. That's going to be awesome. They had to ground a lot of flights around that area because the famous inflatable pig got loose. That's funny. I did not know that. Typical London stuff. Going on vacation, starting Air Force stuff actually, Inte. So, looking forward to that. But yeah, I'm trying to compile a bunch of videos and stuff so that I can be as ready as possible, so that way I can post some stuff still while I'm gone. Yeah, I'll definitely try, man. Yeah, for sure. And then we'll be rocking when we're done, so it'll be chill. All right, can't do that. How's working at the airport, Ben? Have you gotten to get in a 777 yet? Walking a lot. Every time during break, go to the viewing spot and watch planes depart. Nice. Okay, what airport is this here? I was going to say we're flying over Jamaica right now. What's their big airport? MKJS. It's beautiful X-Plane 12 up close. Yeehaw! What's up, man? Welcome. My buddy actually just got a job at working at the airport. Not your airport, obviously, but... Are you a ramper? Is that what you're doing? Oh, man. Stay safe. Not really on the ramp, but I'd like to change the spot for next year. Basically, I walk around the airport all day and check certain spots to make sure there's enough luggage trolleys available for passengers. It's very chill. Oh, nice. All right, that's pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of walking. That's definitely for sure. Expecting heavy rain. Oh, yeah, brother. Well, that was Jamaica, and our next land we won't hit landfall again until Colombia, which is where we're going. So we are getting there. Looks like we're a little less than halfway still. But we are getting there. We are making our way downtown, so to speak. Anybody got fantasy football seasons coming up soon? Going to New York for a trip in October with my dad. Nice. New York is fun. It's fun for a trip. It's fun for a trip. Save money for flight school and then see how that goes. Okay. Yeah, you got to spin it. I'll show you whenever we go up there. Yeah, pick up some of that booger sugar. The men's are they're right here. I think it's just the DH too. And if there is a way to get it to MDA, I don't know how to do it. So yeah, it's right there. Oh, we're still over Jamaica a little bit. Looks like. Still just I'm endlessly forever jealous of V1. My sim will never look as good as his though. This does look pretty good though, I will say. It does look pretty good. Yeah, just keep saving Entei. And a completely valid way of doing flight school, by the way, is doing, like working for a couple months and then flying for a couple months, like working full time for a couple months, flying for a couple months. Like I almost had to do that. I didn't. I was thankful and lucky enough to sort out my loans situation. I say thankful, but not indebted forever to Sally Mae. But the point is, it can be done. Not doing it that way, and if you do want to finance it yourself, it's just going to take you longer. But that's all right. Tropical storm in the East Pacific, 2 in the West Pacific, 1 in the Central Pacific. That would explain the heavy rain then, huh? You're 21? I thought you were like 10. And no, you're definitely not in any rush, I think. That's what I'm saying. If you do want to go that route and just have it take a little bit longer, you know, that's totally fine. Not having debt is huge. My bad, bro. My bad. Are you doing college now? Or, well, whatever you call it over there? You can drink beer in the States. Yeah, have you been able to drink beer over there since you were like 15, right? Come over to the States, have a beer, brother. Oh my gosh. Is it actually 15? Is that what it is? And if, okay, what is the mindset? Like, what is your guys' mindset on us? Like, our drinking age is, you know, our drinking age is, you know, 21. That's 5 years. You know, if 16 is it for you, then I don't know why I said it like that. If it's 16 for you guys, you know, like, do you guys think we're crazy for having to be 21? Or, like, what is the international view on the United States drinking policy? Those storms are moving. I knew it. Wow. I never smoked alcohol or any of that. Well, that's good. I'm not saying you should, but I was just saying, like, what is the general, like, what do you guys in the Swiss think of the United States for it being 21? Like, are you guys like, oh, that's crazy? Made some fun of it for sure. Oh, when do you guys drive cars? I didn't realize that. Is it hard to fly in a hurricane? I've never done it. Yeah, I've never done it, but I would imagine it'd be pretty hard. Until you got to the eye of the hurricane, and that'd probably be pretty easy. But 18 Entei, that's interesting. Yeah, I did not know that. Dolly's a girl or a boy name. I wonder if it's for Dolly Parton. It's probably a girl. Yeah, I guess I didn't think you were 10. I guess I thought maybe you were like 15 or something, you know? I don't know. Whenever you can work 18. Where is Barbida? Mr. Limp is here. I know, Cap. I thought the same thing. Okay, yeah. This Pacific is really busy. Yeah, there you go. Do you know? Oh, what? You thought he was 10 years old also? Look, it's not a bad thing. I'm not jabbing at you or anything like that. I don't know. I guess. Now we know. Micah, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How you doing, brother? Long time no see, indeed, good sir. How are you? Or 60? Brother. 12 or 60. Somewhere 12 or 60 or nowhere in between. Virtual Flight Diaries. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How you doing, brother? Congrats on 1,000. I know I commented that the other day, but I was streaming at the same time, so I had you muted. I didn't know if you said anything back or not, but congrats, brother. Really talk stuff outside of flight sims, understandable, yeah. Not involved in the chat, but I'm taking off from Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo. Wait, where is that again? Are you on VATSIM? You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. was gonna find you on whatever it's called, but what's happening here, by the way? Oh, okay. Get that going. All right. Maybe I bumped the. Holy crap! We just shot through 41, dude. Jeez. Just get direct to like Sunset just to kind of help it out a little bit. All right. Sorry, JD. Everybody all right back there? Put the window shade down. Can't even look. Lip is doing say intentions out there. Talking to fake humans. I kind of can't believe that you are doing that, Limp. I kind of figured that would be something where you would be like, I'm not talking to the robot. Something like that, you know? No. Me and Holden are bad influences. Captains talk to real people. Oh gosh, guys. Limp's taking it on the shins right now. Virtual Flight Diaries, you and Holden corrupted a good man. The upgrade, one of the things that I was thinking about doing actually, and it's something that I forget who brought it up the other day, but it was about what's it called? Freaking, oh, the 321 Neo. I think it might have been Kieran, but he was saying that, or I was looking. And the 321 Neo is only, it's like a $30 upgrade or something like that, maybe even less. So I was maybe thinking about doing something like that, but we'll see. I do like the sound of that thing, that stuff that you guys have been doing, though. I don't have jet card, Ente. It was my intention to get it, but I didn't end up getting it. Still got a ways to go. 720 miles to SKBO. We're estimated in just after midnight Zulu time, which is just under 2 hours away, so about an hour and a half-ish. So not too bad, honestly. I mean, the 4-hour flight's honestly kind of gone by pretty quick, I feel like, at this point. But we still got a little ways to go here. After we just turned JD upside down on his freaking head. Oh, I didn't even get it. How come it's not saving the replay? It did it in the last one that I saved. I don't know. Whatever. Do you have jet card, Ente? I don't trust you to be in my jet card even if you have it, so I'm just kidding. But I do. That 800K was super unlucky. Yeah, try telling your boss at the airport that. Hey boss, I lost $800,000. My bad. Yeah, you're gonna be on the street. It's like we're pretty much right at our halfway mark. Yeah, we're literally, yeah, we're like right at halfway actually. Virtual Flight Dicer did a fun approach today in San Juan, bridge visual runway 10. Nice, that sounds fun. I don't think I've ever did that. Almost not flying currently. What do you mean? Yeah, it is kind of scary. Was it? I looked, I didn't think we were over speeding. I think it was because of the autopilot. It wasn't shutting off because I should have hit the bar over here, but I don't know. I was just like, alright, let's just get the autopilot back. pit stop. Oh, really? What airport was that? San Juan? Limp, was that one of those airports that we flew into, or no? Just water out here right now. Not too far until we get to, whatever it's called, though. Colombia.
There's a whole lot of H2O out there.
Not interested in flying right now? Oh, really? You haven't been doing much 777 stuff, huh? Fair enough. Well, while it's still just water out here, let's talk about the verse of the day, Colossians 3:1. Since then, you've been raised with Christ. Set your hearts on things above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God. Can I get an amen in the chat for that, boys? There's a lot of this type of stuff in the Bible, just in general, with set your hearts on things above, not of this world, all that. And I don't know, that always helps me in those times where things are overwhelming, or whatever, to be like, hey, look, something our pastor said actually recently was, don't let the mission be greater than the master. It's like, all this stuff, flight sim, aviation, whatever you do with your life, being a restaurant owner, working at the airport, whatever it is, like, it's all for God. And so, yeah, work can be stressful, work can be crazy and stuff, and it can definitely be a pain, but don't let the mission be greater than the master. Don't forget, don't sin in your anger. Keep your heart and your mind set on things above. Remember your inheritance in Christ. When your boss is being a prick, be able to just say, hey man, look, at the end of the day, my inheritance is with God. My worth comes from Him. It doesn't come from this boss, this guy, all that. So just keep those things in mind and try to keep your sights set on Him. Until you got to fly back from Narita still. Do you have any sceneries? Do you have a Narita scenery or something? I feel like those Asian airports, they've got some good sceneries out there. What if you are the pricky boss? Yeah. We all know you were. But if you're the pricky boss, just ask yourself what Jesus would do. I found out on that too now. Let's see. What would Jesus do? He would let the smack down biblical style on you kids. That's facts. Jesus would flip the table like he did. I don't see you on here, Limp. Are we friends on VATSIM? Yeah, we are, because you always come up green. I don't know, Limp. I don't see you on here. Is that land? Yeah. Dave, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. He says, do you think X-Plane 12 is better than 2024? David coming with the hard-hitting questions right off the rip. I would say generally no. Generally speaking, X-Plane 12 is not better. Let's think about planes too, though. I was going to say, like, generally speaking, even if you're practicing for something, you know, a check ride or something like that, I always used to like X-Plane because of the physics and whatnot. But I feel like now, even Microsoft has the better planes. I'm not really talking about physics anymore. Like, you know, think about the PMDG 7.3. You know, that's probably better than the, whatever it's called, Zebo. The Tolus and the Phoenix, probably pretty comparable. Phoenix is probably better. Yeah, they've got the 777s now, the 220, 350, 330. I don't know, like, I just feel like Microsoft has a wider variety of planes to fly. Yeah, I don't know. I would say that no, X-Plane is not better than 2024. Now we do... And also, like, natively, in terms of, you know, the ground textures and stuff, we've talked a lot about this recently. X-Plane map enhancement, which is what we're running today, really makes a big difference. X-Plane map enhancement makes the sim look way better. Out of the box, though, Microsoft 2024, way better than X-Plane. Now, on the other side of things, where X-Plane shines is in the default airport category, all the airports in X-Plane look pretty good. Some of the airports in Microsoft are completely unflyable, so there's that too. If I was to pick one up X-Plane, what would you need to get started? Do you need a lot of mods? Yeah. There's like, that's the other thing too. It's like, okay, and this is like this with any flight simulator. You know, you need a lot of mods, right? You need airplanes, you need your sceneries and stuff like that. But with X-Plane, like, when you download X-Plane, I'll go through the stuff that I have in my downloads folder for X-Plane. But like, when you download X-Plane, it's like, that's just the tip of the iceberg. When you're in the Air Force, you finally allowed to land in Area 51. Hopefully I won't have to. So, like, right off the rip, I'll just go down in order of the, just the simulator stuff. These aren't even planes and stuff that I have. This is just like stuff you need for the simulator. So auto docking system, which is like the gates and stuff, which only works half the time. Avi tab, which is like your flight tab, which is what you need it for some planes, not all of them. Better pushback, which is like GSX, but just for pushback. Better pushback is great. Better pushback is way better than any pushback in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Fly with Lua, it's for like certain scripts and stuff. OpenSAM, Skunkcraft's Updater, Stable Approach, Terrain Radar, and X-Pilot. Those are just like quality of life things that you need for the simulator. That's not even talking about airplanes and stuff yet. What plane do you fly in real life? The Embraer 170. X World Pro. I don't even know what that is. Like, there's so many add-ons in this game. And also, when you download an airport, like if you go and you get a freeware scenery, you need libraries. Like, you need Mr. X library. You need, like, the San Jose one that I'm about to download. You need 5 libraries: SAM3, Mr. X, ZDP, PP, and JB libraries. You need 5. Oh, I'm sorry, there's more. Open Scenery X, handy object library in CDB. So like there's so many different libraries and things that you need just to download a scenery. So if that answers your question, Virtual Flight Diaries. You need a lot of mods to get started. But once you get it going, it's pretty good. Except for when it crashes on you over and over again. The final opinion for 2024, the problem with the Embraer 2024 is the WASM crashes. Like the last time I flew it, I had a WASM crash and I rage quit. But like I never had a WASM crash in 2020. So like in 2024, the fact that it WASM crashes all the time is really annoying. But like in 2020, I feel like it's not so bad. So I don't know. I stand by my 8 out of 10 or whatever I gave it. Like I picked up a trip. It'll be my first time flying in a few weeks, coming up on in a few days here. And like I'm definitely gonna, you know, jump in the plane in the sim to what's it called? I mean, to get, you know, reacquainted, so to speak. David says, I have always had this question. When you're on the runway, is it legal to press the rudder brakes and toga and release it at like 90%? Yeah, I mean, you would never really do that though unless you had like a really short runway. Like you only ever do that in like the simulator. But yeah, I mean, usually, David, the power comes up, like, so you would hold the brakes, spool them up to like 50%, 40%, whatever. Power would come up, and that gets a good, like that's the longest, that first spool for the engines is what takes the longest. So then even if you wanted to do a standing takeoff, you just hold the brakes for that spool up process, and then toga, let the brakes go. Because then it'll get up to the takeoff power, you know, really fast. But I mean, if you're asking, do we ever do that with passengers? No, I've never done that with passengers. So just in the simulator. John wants to get the E-Jet business jet for the jet card. Sounds like a great idea, and I'm in full support of it. Is there a business jet version? You're banned. We'll have a seat in JD's office. He wants to talk about us or talk to us about what the heck happened there when the autopilot disconnected. Yeah, I don't know if there's one of those special versions or not for you and your private jet guys. Did you guys get that 750 or whatever just came out? Citation? Lineage 1000. Yes, that's right. Do they have one of those? I'm sorry, Mr. Vance. The autopilot just disconnected. I don't know what happened. See if you get us some tea times at Mar-a-Lago. So I got this buddy. He really wants to play Mar-a-Lago. What's that? Is he any good? Let me just say, Trevor Daly got his play style from my buddy. Alright. So what does that tell you? Proper one is only available in X-Plane. That's right, baby. That's X-Plane for you. You know what? So I have the X-Craft X-Plane, or the X-Craft Embraer for X-Plane. When I was a young lad in X-Plane 11, I didn't understand how the X-Craft, or how the Embraer worked in general, and I raged and never, or the SSG, I'm sorry, not X-Craft, SSG E-Jets. Yeah, I didn't know how they worked, but I feel like I have to give it another shot. So wait, are the X-Crafts different than the, oh I see, the Embraer Lineage 1000 for $80, jeez. So are the SSG and X-Crafts things different? Got a cousin who's a surgeon down there. Then I could rub it in his stupid face. Wow. That's awesome, man. Are SSG and X-Craft the same thing? You're the whale-like sound in the cockpit of the Embraer. No, that's the 220. That's the 220. The X-Crafts and SSG, they are the same thing. We all have to dream. Yeah, I'll get you tea time at Augusta. Well, you know, on the way down, hit Augusta before you hit Mar-a-Lago. I guess for you it would be Mar-a-Lago first, but for me it would be Augusta first. E-Jet and the 220. Let me see, I stopped looking. There might be some life here in South America. There was one of these guys, one of these airports has tower online now. Lip, it looks like there's ATC online now. Gander. I don't see you there. Let me close. There we go. Now I see you. No flight plan filed for Limp. Oh God, it says Limp real big. Where are you going again? Since you're so secretive and don't have a flight plan filed. We should start being able to see land, I think, soon. Maybe not. It looks like we're getting close. Off our left in particular. DJ2! Let's go. What plane do you think has the best sounds? Oh man. Anything with Boris sounds, dude. The freaking the plane with the best stock sounds is probably the iFly 737 MAX. The iFly 737 MAX is insane, bro. Absolutely nuts. But it's Boris did him. There you go, Limp. Your flight plan literally just came up on my screen. I don't know if you just refiled it or something, but now it says you're going to KDJT. It's hilarious. You riding it out the whole night with that thing? I fixed it. I see it. Are you gonna stay on for that full 6 hours or whatever? Yeah, dude. The stock, or not the stock, I guess, but the Boris sound pack for the PMDG 737 is the whole reason why I go back. I go back to Microsoft 2020 literally just to fly that plane with that sound pack. It's absolutely insane. It makes me, when I go back in the cabin for a wing view and I'm doing a Southwest virtual flight, it makes me feel like I'm on a 5 a.m. flight out of Pittsburgh heading for some city in the Midwest. I mean, it puts me right back. Start down around midnight Eastern time. Golly, I'm just burning the midnight oil. Someone has to make money. Virtual Flight Diary is just over here in the chat. Limp's over here doing God's work, doing the long hauls in the 7.3. CEO privilege. John has a spending problem. Golly, have you ever flown in the 777 in real life? No. My international flights have been on the 74, the 340, the 330, the 76. Technically that wasn't international, that was to Hawaii, but yeah. The 78. Well, no triple though. It always amazes me when you take off the 777, you get pushed back in your seat. Yeah. Got those big old engines on there. We should be. I'm surprised we can't see the land yet. Oh no. Are we in trouble, guys? Is this going to be one of those things where we get there? Whoa, look at that. There's a helicopter, like, patrolling with it. That's sick. Who's that? Who is that, bro? Cristiano Maggi. Guys, I am starting to worry that when we get there... Whoa, alright, I didn't want to go that far. Okay, no, looks like there's land here. Okay. I thought it was going to be one of those things where we, like, got there and it would be all water. I don't like being on VATSIF. I think there's not gonna be a controller. He feels like I'm scammed for hours. Well, you feel like you're getting scammed, or you feel like they're scamming you? All right, here we go. Looks like we do have some land starting to form. Still don't have a top of descent yet, so we're still pretty far away. I mean, well, there it is. It's like 200 miles away still. So we're getting to that point where we're going to start prepping for top of drop soon, gentlemen. Soon. guess I feel like I'm scamming myself. Like waiting for Dad to come home with the milk, huh? He ain't coming. That's out of my time, but is it legit hours? I mean, hey, that's not your prize. There, why not? Why aren't they on? You know what I'm saying? They should be on, bro. Sounds like a them problem. Should be a beautiful time to make landfall here with the sun setting. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. For a passenger to turn on the GQ or shut down the APU at the end of a flight. Just asking for a friend. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna say no. It doesn't even look like it. Oh shoot, we got controllers on. Hang on. 28.6. SKBO control. Let's see how the, what even is this? Bogota Control.
Correcto. Los que están en contacto, Ryan, ¿me confirma mantener 340 como final o continuar
Guys,
para
my
360? Sí.
Bogota Control, good evening, Sam. 301, flight level 410. I'll relay the view.
301, hello, radar contact flight level 410, continuous file reporting for descent, spec eastbound 5 echo arrival into Bogota.
Okay, we'll continue as filed. We will call you for the descent and expect the arrival going into Bogota for Sam 301. I forgot what the arrival was. Isvate 5 Echo. Isvat 5 Echo or something like that. Hello, Mego. We're just approaching Bogota. And the language barrier might be getting real. I can't find this arrival. Holy crap. Oh, there it is. Starting to get bumpy. Make sure JD Vance has a seat. We're flying JD Vance today. Back then the captain would kick the FO out of his seat and put you in it. Probably right. Alright, well, I guess it's time to start getting ready for the arrival. 166 miles. 166 miles to go. Looks like the bottom altitude on the star. Let's just step through it. Let's just do this the right way, I guess. Sounds good, Virtual Flight Diaries. Thanks for stopping by. Again, congrats on 1,000, and have a nice rest of your night, sir. Alright. So, Mavub. Where are we starting from?
Acá 5474, muy buena noche, código buenas tardes, código transponder 1203.
Did we already start the arrival? No. It's supposed to start from Isvat. Okay, there it is right there. Isvat. Isvat is going to be at or above 18,000, at or below 230 at float. 250 and 2 Bob 884 at 17. Nor 02 between 250 at 17 as well. So kind of 17,000 all the way through. And then down to the south end, ending at Ambus at 15,000. And then let's check out the approach. Oh wait, I forgot. I have this stuff over here. Hang on. Give me a second. Where are we going, SKBO? And then I think this was in the 5 Echo and Whiskey RNAV arrival, so you guys can actually see what I'm looking at. This is craziness. And then we're doing the RNP to 14 left. Which, do we want that? No, we want 14 right. We'll do flaps 25. Just listen for keywords. 14 right. Okay, yeah, that's what we're doing. So we're doing the RNAV. Was it the RNAV?
Yannick 8537, vuelta contra buenas tardes, prosigue.
I forget which RNAV I did. Oh, it's only the RNP anyway, so there's only one option, so that's perfect. Anyway, starting from AMVES, it's at 13,000, 230 knots, and then pretty much straight inbound on the arrival. Sorry, I forgot I was looking for this on here. The RNP, it's the RNP to 14 right. The RNP to 14 right, and then we will, I'll show you the reason that I want 14 right. Is it right here?
Yannick 8537, colación correcta, notifique listo, cruzando la retrocesión, marcha por escasión, notifique listo, con anticipio de aborto.
Okay, yeah. The reason I want 14 right is because of the military apron right here. So we'll land on 14 right, exit when able, and taxi to the military apron. The arrival here, so we're coming in from ISVAT at or above 18, at or below 27, or at or below 230, 270 knots at float, in, up, and around this way. Come down to AMVES, which is also the start of the arrival, or the start of the approach, and then inbound. So AMVES on here is 13,000. What is it on here? It's at 13. So let's go back to AMVES. 13 and 230 knots. UTMOM at 12,000. BO 612, 195 knots at 12,000 feet. BO 699. And inbound. So the final approach fix is an 11-mile final. It's interesting. And a 13,000 foot for the mist. So for now, we'll set our altitude down to what was the bottom on the star that we talked about? 13,000.
I
heard Uno. I know that one. And then, is it going to be a steep approach? Only a 3-degree glide path, that's nice. And minimums are going to be 342. We already set this. We'll just set 330 on this. ATC, I know. This is so not like us. For them to log on last second like this, this is crazy. Usually they're logging off last second. Alright. Top of descent's coming up at 117 miles. Looks like we're pretty much ready for everything. That means one. Yes, Limp. Yes. Alright. Got some clouds. A little cloud layer right in front of us here. Let's see if that's going to be an issue. Nothing on the weather radar, at least on VATSIM. So, should be alright. Oh, why is it shaking like that? Yeah, Lynn, maybe you're the problem.
Recibió 885 backtrack. Backtrack a Bahía Delta, notifican Delta y
805, I heard him say 85. Always joke and blame you when we fly together, always long enough. What do you mean they're always long enough before we get to him? Or like they're on long enough? Whoa. Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, this guy on the other hand, he's just getting on, just starting his evening. He's got a huge center. Dude, they just got on behind us too. What is this? Kingston radar over Jamaica. We could have had like full route coverage, dude. Just over Cuba. Miami Center's offline now though. We can maybe request, those mountains look pretty cool. We can maybe request a little bit lower. Maybe get down a little bit, request like 37 or something maybe. We're about, let's see. Why not? What is it, Bogota control? Or Colombia?
Americano 20 vuela directo ambes, cuando listo descenso a prueba de descripción para 1-3000 pies, con H movata 1025.
De la presente directo ambes, cuando listo 1-3000.
Dublin to Italy, every controller we're coming up with is long enough. Yeah, he was just like, oh, we're closing. Oh, we're closing. Oh, we're closing. I do remember that. I do remember that. Bogota control, Sam 30 run. Request flight level 370 for weather.
Sam 301, Sam maintain flight level 370.
Send maintain flight level 370, Sam 301, thanks.
Welcome.
37 is set, we'll start on down. And we'll set our new cruising out to 370.
Pista 01, el viento 010 grados, 06 nudos, cruza esfera.
Make sure we don't overspeed or anything here. We're heading that way. I do remember that lip. That was funny. Looks like we're going to start needing some mood lighting here. I feel like that's probably terrain. There's no weather on the radar. Of that same whatever. Ideally we pop out and we can check out the mountains and stuff. Bogota control, Sam 30, run request the flight level 350. Okay, descend 350, Sam 301, thanks.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I like this guy. Oh, there we go. We're getting there. That's pretty sick, dude. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's really cool, actually. Holy smokes. It's like Jurassic Park down there. Yeah, just like the way he says welcome to. It's pretty funny. Welcome. Coming up on our top of descent here soon anyway. Doesn't look like we're gonna make it out of this, but so apparently that's been happening the whole time. But that is just for you guys. That's an OBS thing, I do believe. And 36-35, looks like we're not gonna. Oh!
Let's welcome calling for Roger, go ahead. Roger, casi no se ve nadie, Roger 5, how do you read me? Roger, Avianca 5474, pase directo Ambes, prepara ILS Yankee 14 derecha, cuando dice haciendo unos 3000 pies, QNH 1025. 1025, ILS Yankee 14 derecha y directo Ambes, Avianca 5474. Correcto.
I don't know what it's trying to do here. Holy.
Conmigo 885, ¿me confirma su solicitud? Ya autorizada a despegar, capitán.
Alright, sounds good, Lim. Auto brakes 3. Looks like we're leveled off for now. We'll set 13. Just make sure we don't start descending anytime soon. Or, I mean, until we actually hit our top descent. We're on that VNAV. We look good. Speaking of looking good, dude, this freaking. Yeah, that looks really, I don't know, that looks really cool to me.
Para unos 7000 pies, viaje la ruta 5E, calculen H Bogotá 1025. Correcto. Avianca 9203, ILS Yankee 4 derecha, puede volar por derecha Usman en descenso 1-2. Pesado ILS Yankee 1-2. Correcto, pueden continuar en 1-2000 por derecha directo Usman. Uniform Tango Mike Alpha Mike.
Look at that off, we need terrain on. Look at that, that's so cool.
Bien, casi S6, procede el código.
I think those engines sound pretty good. Love that buzzsaw sound.
Sam 301, proceed direct to Mike, Quebec uniform.
Alright, direct to Mike, Quebec uniform, Sam 301. I was trying to find it so I could say it. Mariquita is what that is.
Buenas noches. KLM-49 Whiskey with you. Radio check. KLM-49 Whiskey, hello. I read you fine. How do you read me? I'm reading you 5 out of 5. I was just doing a radio check on the network, so have a great evening. Thank you so much. Oyenka 5474, 36 de aquí, piso 4 derecha. Puede volar a Utman ahora. Notifica el localizador número 2.
Volamos Guzmán y notificamos en el localizador autorizado desde ya en 4 derecha de 5.74.
Oyenka 220, piso 4 derecha. Viento 130 grados 072, autorizado aterrizado. Osmigo 885, contacto RAN 07500, continuación sostenible para nivel 370.
Like I said, it's a beautiful time. This is when X-Plane really thrives right here. Yeah, sorry about that annoying circle. That is definitely weird. I don't know what the deal is. I think it's an OBS thing. It asked me to do an update a little bit ago, and I told it no because of how awful the updates usually go whenever I do update them. Wow, that's the view we want right there. That's the side of the plane we want to be on. Well, as we start down, appreciate all the support so far in this stream, guys. 400 and some, almost 450 views on this so far. And appreciate a like and a subscribe, but welcome to all the new guys. And hope you guys are enjoying this Air Force 2 flight. As we begin our initial descent for Bogota, we'll give them a...
301, this is maintain 17,000 feet, QNH 1025.
Okay, we'll descend and maintain 17,000 and 1025 on the QNH for Sam 301. Alright, so we will...
The QNH will be 1025, 1025.
25, thanks.
José Lego 537, contacto radar 10500, continuación para nivel 210.
He did tell me to tell him that we were descending, I guess, so...
Casi 474, dice reducción a mínima a velocidad mínima aproximación.
Mínima velocidad aproximación 5474.
Just flight level change it, we'll just see what we got. I don't know, you never really want to
09, control para estar disposición.
flight level change up here because of that reason right there. 4,000 feet a minute.
Bianca 909, muy buena noche, autorizado al Dorado y Pato es Bravo, la salida de pista 01, nivel 210, transponder 1402.
Sorry, JD Vance is up back there throwing up.
Bianca 909, colación correcta, reduce pues con información a Tris Juliet, vigente en Reino Unido. Bianca 912, Dominicano Dorado, abandona vía Kilo 5 a plataforma, notifique posición de destino cuando listo.
Kilo 5 y 83.
Recibe continúa a la 83 November Golf.
Oh, there's a guy like right on our tail. Oh, he just took off, that's why.
K5474, pista 14 derecha, viento 130 grado 079, autorizado a aterrizar. Autorizado a aterrizar, pista 14 derecha, 474.
And really what we could have done too is we could have just left it in VNAV. We didn't need to do all this, and I'd probably been causing more of a headache than we need to. Right, because he told us to descend and maintain 17, but we also were supposed to cross this VOR more or less at 17,000, and we're going to be at 17,000 for a long time. So there's really no reason why I started doing like the manual modes. We really didn't need to do that.
Avianca 76, confirmada solitaria René por no cuarto izquierda o ILS Yankee a la derecha está bien. ILS Yankee a la derecha está bien, entonces sí, prepara ILS Yankee empieza en cuarto derecha.
I love when it's dark like this and it's getting to that dusk time and you kind of just hear the what?
Bianca 5474, Emiliano Dorado,
Sounded like
con
you were trying to
posición de
say Sam.
destino. Puerto 85.
You kind of just hear the rushing of the wind on the outside. No speed restriction at Mariquita VOR. But the next fix is 250, so we'll keep it at 300. No real reason to like go crazy on the speed or anything.
Canal 57 autorizado Cali vía POP 4 Romeo transición Orega, pista 4 derecha, nivel 220, transponder 1201. Canal 57, colación correcta, notifica el 03, se pasa marcha anticindia vigente en el Dorado. Bien, tiene la vigente correcta. Directo 86, derecha directo Ambes, descienda 13000 pies con H105.
Transition level here is 19,000.
Sam 201, expect RFP approach, runway 1 for left.
Sam 301, can we request the RNAV for 14 right?
You can expect ILS Yankee runway 1 for right.
Okay, the ILS Yankee to 14 right. Thanks, Sam 301.
Welcome.
You're welcome. Alright, so we'll change this up. which this is might be a little bit of a pain here. So the ILS Yankee to 14 right. So we'll pull this up. No. Deselect that. ILS Yankee to 14 right. ILS 14 right Yankee approach. Take it from Avmes, whatever that is. This guy with that. So we'll execute this. It's going to give us a discontinuity. We're going direct to MQU. Okay, I forgot to do all that. That's crazy. MQU. And we're doing that. So we still have. We're direct to MQU. Then BO. I keep wanting to call that waypoint like Bob or something. Bobby waypoint, and then all the way around. And then now it's just going to be. Pull this up again. Let's see what we got here. And then, I mean, it still ties in with the ILS. I mean, that's still nice. So we're 18 to 17, 1025 on the meter. So pretty high pressure.
Acá 9501, Bogotá Control, muy buenas tardes, Código Transporte 1702.
Okay, I was like, why is it coming through?
Cosmic 885 por su derecha, por su directo a Tana.
So there's 17,000. He didn't give us a descend via or anything like that. 250 knots here at Bobby waypoint, and we are 5 miles out from that. 10 knots a mile. That should work out pretty well for us to slow down to 250 knots by then.
Sam 301, proceed direct to Ambes, Alpha Mike Victor Echo Sierra, additional maintain 13,000.
Direct to Amves and down to 13,000, Sam 301. Okay, let me erase that. Alright, nice. That's the initial fix, so we'll take that. And he said do descend to 13,000. And we'll keep the speed up then. I think he's trying to get us... Yeah, see, he was trying to... Oh, because I did wind it back, that's right.
Bianca 909, punto esfera Alfa, auspicio 01, vía Sierra 1, Hotel Alfa.
2,500 feet a minute till that speed catches up. So now we're doing the ILS. We're going direct to Amves. And let's see, we've got 110.7. 110.7, 135. On the final approach course, minimums now are 232, which will take Cat C 252. 252 on the mins. I think that's pretty much it, guys. We got the altimeter settings set up. We're descending to 13,000. Direct to the initial approach fix. Like I said, there was a guy like right behind us, so he's probably trying to keep our speed up. Got a little busy all of a sudden here. This approach would be 13,000. I'm sure we don't have a hold or anything in here. It's this, and then UTMAM, and then BO 612, and then same thing, 3-degree glide slope, so nothing too crazy there. And it's a long final. Again, it's a 11-mile final to IADO. We want to be at, it doesn't have a speed restriction at Ambus either. And we're still above 10,000, so he probably wants us at 230 knots, I guess. 18 miles away. Gotta lose 70 knots, so we'll start slowing at like 10 miles or so. Because we'll stay at 13
Muy
too.
buenas tardes. Código transponder 1203.
Got dark quick out there. Kind of wanted to see a little bit more of the scenery. Luis, hello, welcome to the stream, brother. Just barely kind of crack these lights, just like, yeah, just like that.
Avianca 673, contacto a nivel 380, proceda directo Golf India Romeo.
It's beautiful.
Avianca 673 está en contacto a nivel 380, proceda directo Golf India
Welcome to
Romeo.
Colombia, thank you. Are you from Colombia? I wish I could see more of it. I was hoping it would be a little bit more light out. Look at the way the moon is lighting up top of those clouds. It's pretty sick.
Confirma su nivel es 380.
Alright, it might be time. We gotta start locking in. It might be time to kind of pull these up. We're about 10 miles out, so
Recibo
about 230 knots.
1013.
We'll start getting configured. I definitely don't want to be late on this one.
Oceánico 2537,
Nice.
proceda directo a Ambes, descienda 13000
You're
pies,
flown to
vuela
Bogota?
805. Sam 301, clear for ILS Yankee runway 14 right, restoration localizer.
Okay, clear the ILS Yankee 14 right for Sam 301, thanks.
Welcome.
He's good. Oh, nice. Which one's SKRG?
Avianca 76, piso 14 derecha, viento 130 grados 07, nubes autorizadas.
Looks like we just caught the localizer, I think is what just happened there. I probably didn't need to arm the approach just yet, but we'll take it. 240 for flaps 1, I thought it was 250, I think it's... Oh. Okay, I think it thinks it's 250 as well. That definitely says 240 right there. Love the sounds. We're also gonna we just got cleared for the approach as well, and we're just obviously a little lower than, or higher than normal, so get all those lights on. So we're on the localizer. Glide slope should be coming here. There's the runway. That's nice. Runway is in sight. 13 for the mist, so we'll just leave that set. And we are good to go. Let's pull it back to 210.
Avianca 673, el transpondedor para usted 1203. 1203.
What do you miss? Nothing. I just oversped the flaps a little bit, but I'm putting that on the library here. It said it has it at had it at 240. Go to flaps 5. He did. He's been vectoring us around and stuff. So I mean, that's been fun. I don't know, this doesn't say 195, so I'm going it back to 180. Glide slope capture 13 for the mist is set. That's exactly what I said, it got dark pretty fast. It is pitch black all of a sudden. Alright, under 210, flaps to 15. Let's do it. Just love those flap sounds.
Avianca 909, pista 01, viento en calma, autorizado espera.
What is that? Speed brake? Yeah, I know. 113 for the speed. Like I said, we're still going to be an 11-mile final. this point. So we're gonna hold on to the speed and hope I'm not totally screwing him up. He's doing 164. What's this guy doing behind me? 296. We should have enough spacing. I'm doing 200 knots. He's got a 90 knot closure on me.
So
So we're definitely gonna try to keep the speed up for as long as we can for him.
Oceánico 104, Bogotá Control, muy buena noche. Contactar
But we've got
360, proceder
enough
directo, girar 2,
spacing, I do
Golfita Romeo.
believe. Also, I can't see any targets on my screen. I've got my transponder on and everything. I don't know what the deal with that is, but wait till we're about a 5-mile final, we'll throw the gear down and start getting all the drag out. But I think it's about that time, guys. Start getting some landing rates in the chat. What do we think? Nighttime landing here with JD Vance on board.
1206, sorry. 1206 squad.
He put us to the approach, trying to make sure we get a landing clearance from him too. What is the field elevation here? 8,300 or 9,300. We're going to try to get that landing configuration selected by.
Muy buenas noches, autorizado al Ernesto Cortizo, Susu 4 Romeo 14 izquierda, nivel 380, transponder 1202.
Alright, gear down, 113, and flaps will come 25 as soon as we get the speed.
Acá 76 por su izquierda, kilo 6, rectifique plataforma de destino, posición de destino, ¿qué pena? Ordenando información de derecha, kilo 6, cualquiera, terminal nacional de Estadio Abierto. Reciba terminal nacional, está disponible la 8... Voy a la 86, vía kilo 6, kilo November Golf. Rodando la 86, vía kilo 6, kilo November Golf, Avianca 76. Una contra buena noche, Lucas 712, con los dos con información india, lista con Pier Barranquilla.
Yeah, I know.
301, runway 14 right, wind 130 degrees, 07 knots, clear to land.
14 right, clear to land, Sam 301. Perfect. Didn't have to ask him.
Aero Sucre 272, Bogotá, muy buena noche. Autorizado Barranquilla, Zipaquirá 3 Charlie, piso 4 derecha,
That time
nivel 300,
the autopilot disconnect was a welcome sound.
Autorizado Barranquilla, Zipaquirá 3 Charlie, piso 4 derecha, nivel final 300, responder 1204, Aero Sucre 272, estamos listos a retroceder el servicio.
Yeah, I left that guy behind me, he was still hauling.
Correcta, retroceso a probales por 41, notifica el error. Campeón noche, 38, control, buenas noches, prueba de radio, ¿me escucha?
Correcting, jeez.
Tampa 838, capitán, monitorea la frecuencia antes de abrir, por favor, bloqueados, sí, la recibo 5.
It got hairy pretty quick.
Solicita plan de batería QR hacia la ciudad de Cartagena con información india a bordo. Tampa 1838.
When these guys yapping in my ear. It's always hard getting that pitch and power right initially once you take the autopilot off with the 7.5 for whatever reason, and the 7.6.
Campo 1838, autorizado Cartagena, Susu 4.
I think I saved it.
Izquierda, nivel 3. El 3.
Nose wheel comes down nice and easy.
Transponder 1207.
80 knots. One guy has to control over the effort there. No, he didn't. Kilo 3 will take it. I think JD Vance will be happy with that one.
Hotel India 1001 Bogotá.
What? Oh yeah, that's true. 226 it says though.
Hotel India 1001, good night, squawk 1206. Autorizado a Cartagena, enviar Sur 4 Ramo, transición Quito, pista 4 derechas, enviamos nivel de vuelo 370 y respondemos en 1207, Tampa 1838.
Campo 838 negativo. Pista 14 izquierda para su salida y nivel
Actually, the
360.
military apron is right here, but I think we need to take Hotel 3.
Salida Sur 4 Ramo, transición pista 14 izquierda, enviamos nivel de vuelo 360 y respondemos en 1207, Tampa 1838.
Campo 838, colación correcta, notifica lista retroceso puesta en marcha.
Para proceso de puesta en marcha, Tampa 1838.
Center Sam 301, going to the military apron.
Sam 301, continue taxi to military apron via November Charlie.
Okay, November Charlie to the military apron, for Sam 301, thanks. Okay, there was one right here, but there was also...
Oceanic 8537, pista 14 izquierda.
We'll take a little bit of a longer taxi, I guess. There's a military apron like right here, but I also see there's another military apron down the road a little bit, so we'll go to that one, that's alright. 3 hours and 3 minutes, takeoff touchdown.
K957, Revia Golf, Mike Kilo, punto 014 derecha, en Golf antes de November, se da el paso 757 rodando plataforma, de posterior continúa Golf Mike. Ok, rodamos Golf Mike.
Alright, I'm turning this back on, bro, that's crazy.
737, continuamos Golf November, para la micro 527.
Taxi light just illuminates the center line in the darkness.
K957, es un 757 que va a subir por November, capitán. Ha copiado 757, avión K957.
I don't know.
Avión K970, mantenga su... Hotel India 1001, you can climb again to... do you request 430?
Drive down the interstate with your lights off. Yikes. First turn's Mike, second turn should be November. See, I like X-Plane because you can actually listen to the taxi
Don't worry,
sounds too. Dude, I wish it was
Roger,
right out.
you're
We
clear
should've
to
turned
climb
back
again
a
to
little bit.
420.
I did not expect it to get that dark that fast.
Avión K9796.
Maybe we'll try to do a flight out of
Al
there.
paso de la 319, rodando en plataforma retroceso aprobado, Spot 33.
I see that it also says military apron though, man. It says military apron and national police apron, but whatever.
Avión K271, muy buena noche, autorizado a Cali, va por 4 Romeo, pista 4 derecha, nivel 220,
Extravagant, Luis.
205.
We'll have to do a flight out of Bogota as well with the lights on.
Hacia el Aragón, salieron listados con 4 Romeo, 14 derecha, en su final 220 y transponder 1205.
Oh, okay.
Colación correcta, notifica el estado de puesta en marcha.
To be Echo Charlie should be next
Puesta
left.
en marcha, estimamos para las 10 de la hora. Recibe.
Kind of wish this iPad had like a night mode with the charts. Yeah, see that says military apron and national police, but I said I'm glad I asked because I would have gone to the wrong apron.
Muy buena noche, prosigue.
Alright, look at that, it's KC-10. That's sick. Oh yeah, we'll park with the boys here.
Avión K8502, autorizado Cartagena, Latis 1 Bravo, pista 01, nivel 300.
I don't really know how I'm going to
1404.
pull in here though. Let's hit him with one of these. We'll park facing that light pole, I guess. Now, what I wanted to do is I want to come adjacent to this, or parallel to this KC-10.
Avión K8502, colación correcta, notifique lista retroceso, corrección retroceso, pues se marcha por la discreción, continúe a bordo, notifique lista retroceso.
Make sure we don't hit anything.
Sucre 200, listo a rodar.
Pretty good.
Ahora su credo 7, punto espero 14 derecha, vía Juliet Kilo, notifica alcanzante.
4 derecha, Juliet Kilo, llaman alcanzando, su credo 7.
Alright, we will set the brake.
23158, control out. Thank you for flying up.
Maybe, if I can find it. There it is. Brake set. Let's get these guys on here. Okay, turn those off. APU is up. Too cool you light up the plane. Yeah, isn't that was pretty sick, dude. That was pretty sick. And we'll kill him.
Bianca 76, control terminado, 359, gracias por volar ambas, buenas noches.
Go ahead and kill that. Beacon off, wings can come off. And we will try to get some. Well, actually, we're not going to see anything anyway, I guess. But yeah, we'll just get everything all parked and plugged up. Stairs, chocks, air conditioning, passenger bus. Let's open this guy. Alright, I'm done with these clowns. That guy was actually really cool though. I'm glad that we were on with him. He was good. We'll get that on. We'll get all these off. And the APU gen can stay on, I guess that's fine. APU itself can come off. Bleeds off, ISO valve off, packs off. And fuel pumps off. And with all that being done, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bogota, where JD Vance can do whatever the heck he needed to do with the Colombians. But that was fun, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know that was a little bit of a longer flight, longer stream, but I definitely had a good time. I hope you guys did as well. We will catch you all on the next one. Thank you so much for joining. Like I said, like and subscribe if you guys are new around here. Thanks for all the support on this one. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.